Hey family, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Cutnice50, and this is one-on-one with Cutnice50. Today, man, we got a special report for y'all. We're gonna go back to our Ask Our Nutritionist segment. We're gonna touch on the food babe on IG. Her real name is Vani Harry, the food babe. She's hot on the trail investigation and what our foods, what's in our food, especially she done start a petition with Kellogg's food to get some of their dyes out of their products. If y'all new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. You already know I've been a certified sports nutritionist over the past 12, 13 years, probably even longer since it's 2024. But we're going to touch on some of the information that I did, some of the stories I did from earlier this year. And like I said before, we're going to cover the food babe because she's on a mission right now, and she's got these petitions being signed to get Kellogg's to bring them to the table to address these products that they have that's not too good and that's causing harm. So I'm going to read her AP article that she has posted on her IG page. The full link will be in the description below. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it. From AP, I'm here for the mothers who struggle to feed their kids healthy food without added chemicals, said Vani Harry, a food activist who previously pressured Kraft Heinz to remove artificial dyes from its macaroni and cheese. Now listen to this. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration says it has reviewed and evaluated the effects of color additives on children's behavior, but believes that most children have no adverse effects when consuming them. You heard that. Most children have no adverse effects when consuming these harmful dyes, but they still have effects and they're still keeping it on the market. That's from I'm gonna have the articles right here so y'all can read them for yourself, pause it, do whatever you got to do, research it for yourself. None of these claims is coming from me. This is stuff that I researched. This People magazine. This next article is gonna be devastating. I would suggest anybody, if you're eating food, you're eating all these big brands, you're eating most of the stuff, just be mindful of what we are eating, because we're not being told everything because we don't research it or we don't have the time to. I mean, this is it. That's our life. We're generally busy doing our day-to-day things. But let's go ahead to it. I'm going to put these articles up here, and this is going to be from the People magazines. We're going to go ahead and start. Forever chemicals found in popular supermarket foods, including brands like Ann's, Organic, and Del Monte, two brands that I actually like. I thought they was amazing brands until I read this article, and I just started discarding them. I don't really associate with these brands no more, but let's go ahead. Plasticizers were found in nearly every food item, from fruit to pastas. This article was wrote by Carla Lynn Schultz, updated on January 8, 2024 at 5:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, phthalates, aka forever chemicals, have been found in several well-known food brands, including organic brands that are often marked to children. Now, that phthalates, I get tongue-tied sometimes, so I might use the word forever chemicals, but we're going to go ahead and continue. The chemicals were found in diet staples, including Del Monte sliced peaches, chicken on the sea, pink salmon, Fairlife Core Power high-protein chocolate milkshakes, Yoplait original French vanilla, low-fat yogurt, and Chef Boyardee beefaroni pasta, according to recent testing of the supermarket staples by Consumer Reports. Now, I know for sure I done had the Fairlife Core Power high-protein chocolate, so I got these forever chemicals in my body. That's why I try to promote health and wellness, to try to detox my body. I try to drink plenty of water, exercise, boost my immune system as much as I can. But who would notice if you didn't research it or you didn't see the news article or the breaking news reports? Most people just don't have a clue of why they're feeling ill or feeling a certain type of way. And this could be because you might have consumed forever chemicals in the popular food brands that you love and enjoy each and every day. But let's go ahead and continue. The food item with the highest phthalates or forever chemical levels was Ann's organic cheesy ravioli. Now, the type of phthalate found in commonly known as plasticizers, which is meant to make plastic more pliable, but as the outlet noted, the type of packaging didn't seem to affect the phthalate content, meaning these chemicals are being introduced. Listen, then, these chemicals are being introduced into the food at other points in its production and not necessarily leach it into the food via packaging. So this is what the article is saying. It's not because of the packaging. It's being injected into the food by another process. But let's go ahead and continue. This now is by People Magazine. The full link will be in the description below. Check out the article. Check out for yourself. Google Forever Chemicals and watch all the brands. And some brands has actually made recalls over the years. So some people are taking the stand and making their own way. But like the Food Barbie, she got petitions out there, and people are actually signing. They're waking up. They're investing in their health and wellness. Let's go. What's up? What's not up for the debate is the undeniable harmful impact of these chemicals, as the National Institute of Health says. Not me. The National Institute of Health says that phthalates are a series of widely used chemicals that demonstrate to be endocrine disruptors and are detrimental to human health. The NIH points out chronic exposure to phthalates or forever chemicals would adversely influence the endocrine systems and function of multiple organs, which has negative long-term impacts on the success of pregnancy, child growth, and development, and reproductive systems in both young children and young adults. Man, like I said before, when I started being a nutritionist, actually researching, following all these big brands who actually own them, looking at these chemicals, looking at actual packaging before I started buying stuff. And then I started going to Google or whatever dictionary I can find, actually reading what some of these ingredients entail, what they can do, what kind of harm they can do. I think I did a series, it's like an hour or something long. I think I got it already up on spices. It's it's not entertaining, but it's educational because we use most of all these spices out there. We're paying for it. They can say organic, and y'all will be shocked at how many spices were not up to par. I'll put it like that. But I did that one in the past, but we're going to go ahead and continue. Consumer Reports also tested popular fast food items, finding high level of phthalates in Wendy's, crispy chicken nuggets, Chipotle chicken burrito, and a Burger King Whopper with cheese. They don't have the stats on how many products are like, but this is some of the products that they found that these phthalates or forever chemicals were inside. Do we think there was the only one? We don't. But let's go ahead. They were also found in infant food, Cheerios, and pancake syrup. And I think I did a story on the infant food because I already know my son Titan is 2 years old now. He turned 2 on the 13th. And even though we breastfed and he's all plant-based, we still worried about this stuff like right here. But people reached out to General Mills, which makes Cheerios and also owns Ann's. Food safety is our top priority at General Mills, said spokesman Molly Wolf. We review the ingredients and packaging we buy and the companies that supply them on a regular cadence. All our products tested in the report meet regulatory requirements. So the General Mills and Ann's, their spokesman is saying that whatever they do to their products, it meets regulatory requirements, meaning they have the legal means to go ahead and keep producing these foods, even though most of their foods have these forever chemicals and are harmful to us. They wouldn't do it if they wasn't approved to do it. So that's just one thing I'm trying to put out there. As the CDC points out, phthalates are in hundreds of products. Now, I'm going to read that one more time. As the CDC, not me, not one-on-one with Cutnice50, not at Cutnice50, not none of my own opinion. I'm not making it up. I'm not making any false claims. I'm going off this article, and as from People Magazine, and as the CDC points out, phthalates are in hundreds of products, such as vinyl flooring, lubricated oils, and personal care products, soaps, shampoos, hairsprays, you name it. The preservatives of these forever chemicals have been making headlines, and more are being discovered in common food and drink items, as well as personal care products. Boy, I tell you. And this was shocking to me when I started actually researching every day different food items. What can I do to pretty much stop eating fast food and all that? And I ain't ate fast food in years, but I'm just saying, just changing myself, my body. I just noticed my face is slimmer, even though I'm not in the best shape that I used to be. Still currently 244 pounds, give or take, even though I'm getting back in the groove, and my face is way slimmer, less inflammation on the body. But let's go ahead and continue. This past summer, the Environmental Protection Agency disclosed that harmful forever chemicals were found in the tap water. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and back over again. This past summer, the Environmental Protection Agency disclosed that harmful, y'all hear that? Forever chemicals were found in the tap water of 26 million Americans. Any questions or comments? Do you think they're looking out for the best interests of American citizens? 26 million Americans, tap water, forever chemicals. Are you serious? Now, and that's just this past summer. The Environmental Protection Agency disclosed this. Go to their website, research it, look it up. Now, as a class of toxic flame retardant chemicals was found in a wide sampling of breast milk. I shouldn't even continue, but we're going to go ahead. Make sure y'all researchers, let me know what you think. Did you know this? Did you know anybody? If you know anybody who's still drinking tap water, point this to this article, tell them watch this video, comment, share your thoughts, let me know what you think. But it's just sad to see that this is the world that we live in. Now, let's go ahead and finish off this article. And this spring, cancer-causing chemicals were found in many popular brands of contact lenses. So not only do we have the food, the popular brands, now we have the breast milk. Now we have cancer-causing chemicals in popular brands of contact lenses. So you can't see without getting chemicals in your eyes. You can't eat none of the top brand foods that you're paying them to get sick from eating these foods that we enjoy. Now we can't even drink the water. What else? I mean, am I missing anything? Am I seeing something wrong, or am I overlooking? Is People Magazine wrong? Are the CDC wrong? Is the Consumer Reports wrong? I mean, none of this, like I said before, is coming from me. I just want to be mindful and share the information that some of the things that I found. And this is not even touching the cake on most of the information that I have, the videos I have, the documents I have when it comes to health and wellness in the U.S. But let's go ahead and finish it off. Y'all see the top of this one right here. It says weed killing chemical found in a majority of Americans' urine, new CDC study finds. Weed killing chemical found in the majority of Americans' urine, a new CDC study finds. Now, I don't know how they got the urine, but that's just a related headline on this article. Now, unlike a plane crash, where everyone dies at once, the people who die from these die over many years. Dr. Philip Langren, a pediatrician and the director of the program for global public health and the common good at Boston College, told Consumer Reports. As a first step, the key is to determine how widespread the chemicals are in our food supply. Dr. James E. Rogers, who oversees testing for Consumer Reports, said, then we can develop strategies as a society and individually to limit our exposure. So that's one of the keys right there, man, is trying to limit our exposure to these chemicals. Always got to get something to drink, getting dry mouthed. And I got to go ahead and do a quick crescent workout. And it's late over here for me, people. I know y'all in their bed sleeping, but it's late. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said before, we appreciate y'all's support. We wouldn't be able to do it without your support. So make sure you like, share, comment, do all that good stuff so we can actually start reaching out to some of my old contacts from the CDC and see if we can get interviews, see if we can get their data, their expertise, and if they can come on live, or even if they can't show their face, have these type of interviews so y'all can see or hear from yourself. You don't have to hear it from me, but at least you can hear from the people who do this for a living, who have their expertise just in their data, just like this stuff right here from these consumer reports, gentlemen. But then we can develop strategies as a society and individually to limit our exposure. Now, myself, like I said, I went plant-based to try to limit my exposure, but you can't limit it. I went away from tap water to limit my exposure, tried to go to natural spring water, but that's not sufficient for everybody to do. Now, people also reached out to General Mills for comment, but did not immediately hear back from them. So that was the end of that article right there. I don't want to keep dragging this on and on, but I just had to throw this one out there because it's something that like I said before, I'm passionate about. I'm gonna go ahead and probably put this video, let y'all enjoy it from the food Barbie on her Kellogg's petition. Hopefully it won't be copyright and I can leave this video in there. But if it is removed, if I do have to edit it, it's over her IG page and it's in one of her meetings and she's talking about the 2015 Kellogg's plans to remove dyes. She did the petition and she's trying to get it off the market, getting banned. But before we go ahead, I think her post for this article right here is it says, share with everyone you know. It's unconscionable. I don't know if she said that right or I'm messing up. It's unconscionable that Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks are served to kids in schools across the country. This should not be allowed any longer. Now, I think she had a fellow whistleblower, which is the ex-FDA food chief doctor, Darren Duitler, is calling out Fruit Loops as the worst cereal for kids. Now, I have to agree with him from what I found out. But we're going to put the thing up there so y'all can see how many cereals and how many brands they own. He said Fruit Loops are heavily processed and contain high levels of added sugars, artificial dyes, and preservatives, which are linked to health concerns, which growing concerns about the long-term health effects of processed ingredients, especially those linked to cancer risk. Like certain food dyes, Kellogg's has the opportunity to lead in healthier food production. Now, if you need any other reason to stop buying Kellogg's, this is it. Cancel Kellogg's is her hashtag. And that's from the Food Barbie on IG. Now, some of the brands, and she has her own post up there. I'm going to put it in there. And just from the Food Barbie, I'm going to have it maybe one of these spots right here. But we're going to go ahead and name Frosted Flakes. Now, before I get started, make sure you let me know if you ate some of these cereals before. Which one were your favorite? Are you going to continue to eat them after hearing these forever chemicals, these harmful dyes, and all the damage that it can cause for you in the long run? And potentially, we've been doing this for years, so we don't know how much longer we can continue to consume these dangerous chemicals. But let's go ahead. First one I'm going to call out is Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, Corn Flakes, Pops, what it is, Special K, Mini Wheats, Raisin Bran, Honey Smacks, Crispy, All Brand, Bare Naked, what that is, Kellogg's Mucilix or whatever, Extra, Crave, something Mouth Off, Kellogg's Smart Start, Crackling, Kellogg's Crackling Oat Bran, Rice Krispies, Apple Jacks, Kashi, not my Kashi. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Kashi, that was one of the brands. When I stopped eating cereal, I kind of went to Kashi. I thought they made it overseas, but Kellogg's done tricked me. They done bamboozled me. I thought it was a brand because it was called Kashi, and it's generally organic. You know, no dye, no. It has all the names on there, and I used to like it because it was different than regular cereal. I thought I was eating healthy. I thought I was being smart, getting away from the sugary cereal, from the Frosted Flakes, from the Fruit Loops, from the Pops, you know, from the Honey Smacks. But I done ate more Frosted Flakes than probably anybody almost on earth. I used to eat the box. Growing up, I used to have the cornflakes, putting the bananas and everything else in the cornflakes, putting sugar in cornflakes because they ain't had no sugar. Y'all already know how that is. If you're around my age, I mean, these are amazing brands, we thought. But as you see right here, it says stop buying Kellogg's. You can make your own decision. We're just going ahead and trying to give you the facts out there, but you see it for yourself. Now, here's the guy who sprung this. I'm probably have it right beside one of those articles. I have his name up there. And that's from the dailymail.com. It's not from me. I'm not making this up. I'm just giving the information. I'm presenting it, making you make your own judgment on if you're going to continue to eat these brands, but do your own research. Exclusive ex-FDA food expert reveals why Kellogg's Fruit Loops is the worst cereal in the U.S. and it calls for cancer chemical ban. And this article is by Sadie Whitlocks for dailymail.com and Emily Joshua for dailymail.com, published the 16/22 EDT 17. So that's the time, 16/22. October the 17th, 2024, and updated 16/39 EDT, October the 17th, 2024. What else can I say? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's your boy, Cutnice50. This is another breaking news report from Ask Our Nutritionist segment. And with that, we out.
This box of Fruit Loops is from Canada. It's colored naturally with watermelon, blueberry, and carrot juice. This is the U.S. version. It contains 4 different artificial food dyes with the preservative BHT, which is an endocrine-disrupting chemical linked in cancer. In 2015, Kellogg's announced plans to remove dyes from their cereals by the end of 2018, but they never did. Instead, they kept producing new cereals for children with these dyes and preservatives, using the most popular toddler songs and movies to hook modern children of today, like Baby Shark cereal and Disney's Little Mermaid, targeting the most vulnerable children. We now have over 111,000 signatures on our petition to ask Kellogg's to finally serve Americans the same cereals they are serving other countries. I'm going to be delivering these petitions to Kellogg's headquarters in Battle Creek, Michigan next month on October 15th. Mark your calendar. With many of the health leaders in this room, and I'm inviting all concerned citizens to join me, including all the politicians here today and in Washington and both presidential candidates. This issue is nonpartisan and affects all of us. It's time for us to join together and end this corruption once and for all. Thank you very much.